coming out of studio today.
In beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina.
He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York.
He is the top talk show host on the internet today.
Here is Dee Hall.
Initiate a Jay York production. Jay York production.
You are in the mix with Dee Hall and the People's Show.
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay York. He is the #1 undisputed top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the people show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Dee Hall.
Jay York production.
Hello to everybody. I got some background noise here. Let me get this background noise out of here. Somewhere. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. Sometimes we have a little mix up in there, but thank y'all. Sorry about the little mix up there. My mess was too loud. But it's another Sunday. Good to see you. Thank you for coming in. It's we're back to boxing today, Combat Sunday. But before I get started, hey, this is an online talk show. This is the work of talk and discussion. This is the show that educate adult audiences. Parental advisory is advised. Some things may not be censored for kids. So watch your kids, because sometimes we get a little rugged in here sometimes. I call it just like I said. Hello to you, Paul Pierce, my man. What's happening to you? What's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. I seen you and your little girl there. Happy birthday to you, to your little girl. And is it your birthday? Happy birthday to you too, Paul, if it was your birthday. All right, my man. Hello to you. Tony Burgess is in the house, my man. What's happening, brother? Look, today, we over in Canada today. I got my girl, Amanda, IBO World Champion. We're gonna talk with her. Y'all ready? I know y'all are. You know why y'all ready? Because I'm ready. So this is it right here for today. Let's talk to her. Let's learn a little something. Because I'm interested in this. I want to learn a little bit. I hope you want to learn a little bit too. Let's get my girl in here right now. Oh, hey.
Hello, how are you?
I am doing great. Good to see you. Man, it's it's good to be here to talk to you. And this way we're gonna learn a lot today about you. But before we do, I want you to tell everybody who you are and where you're from.
Hello, everybody. My name is Amanda Galle. I'm a professional bantamweight boxing star. I'm ranked #1 in Canada in the super bantamweight division. And recently, about a month ago, I became a world champion. I won my first world title as an IBO bantamweight champion. So there you have it. I'm here with you guys and looking forward to our chat, our discussion.
Yes. And I mean, you just brought it all out. So it was like from the top, just staying at the top, because that's where you sounds like you're at right now, at the top. And that's a wonderful thing. And let me introduce myself. Yeah, I'm Dee Hall. Good to be here. All right, here we go. Amanda, let's talk a little bit. How, because a lot of people, you in Canada, we over here in America. A lot of people don't know who you are, and you know what I'm saying. So, if you would just tell us a little bit how you got into combat sports. Period.
Sure. So I began my training from the young age of 6 years old. I began training in martial arts in Shotokan karate, primarily at 6, at a gym that is about 7 minutes from my home. and I was practicing karate, Shotokan karate, self-defense, boxing, kickboxing was all kind of encompassed in my training. I attained my junior black belt at the age of 11, my first degree black belt. And I really, really started to take a liking into boxing at the age of 13, 14. So, like I said, it's always part of my martial arts training. The owner of the martial arts school, which is actually my boxing head coach, he's my boxing head coach. I met him through training at the academy from the age of 6. I always took a liking into boxing, and then when I was 13 years old, I started to focus more, intensely on just the boxing. I still continued with my martial arts training. I just started to just focus on more of the boxing as well. And I wasn't allowed to have my first fight until 2 years after that. So I spent 2 years focusing on just the art of boxing. And I did my first fight at the age of 16.
Oh, okay. And that the martial arts, and I want to touch on that a little bit because I think that plays a role with you being, boxing a little bit. So how did that work well for you coming out of the martial art, going into the boxing? What advantages did you have, coming from MMA or mixed martial art to boxing?
I give a lot of credit to my martial arts training. A lot of my footwork that I bring forth to the ring today is because of my martial arts training. I can do all that. But I was able to carry obviously just the punching over, but keep the foundation of the footwork and my ringmanship. When it came to competing in amateur boxing, it was bittersweet. It backfired a little because I got a little bit of some scrutiny over the fact I knocked my first opponent out in 30 seconds, and I got a little bit of scrutiny in the fact that they asked if I had any competitive combat experience, and I didn't. I mean, as a martial artist, we practice something called kumite, which is point sparring. So you are using your hands and your feet, but it's quick touches. It's like the game of tag, right? So that quick in and out, making use of the ring, hit without getting hit. So I never did compete in any kind of combat art prior to my first amateur boxing match. Like I said, I did knock out the girl in 30 seconds. I was kind of interrogated and interviewed as to, they were checking my background to make sure that I didn't have any MMA experience or anything else. I didn't. I was being honest. And I totally give a lot of credit to today. A lot of my accolades in boxing come from my martial arts training that I began, young at the age of 6.
Yeah, okay. Well, that transformed over into and helped you, and I can see in a lot of ways. I want to say hello to some people that are here, and Clarence McLean of No Zone Duck podcast, excuse me, No Zone Duck podcasting. He is on. Clarence McLean out of New York, good friend of mine. Victor, what's happening, my man? Another podcaster, Victor Santiago, out of New Jersey. No, Massachusetts, up that way. And Jay York is in the house, my man. The other half of the show, Jay York. Wait a minute. You know what? Guess what? Jay York is in the house. Everybody wave your hands. That's my guy right there. And Tony Burgess, Fayetteville, North Carolina, very good friend of mine. Thank him. He's owns the boxing, Burgess Boxing and Fitness in North Carolina. You said that I think you touched a little bit on the amateur boxing. How much did you have of that?
Yeah, so I actually wanted to turn pro at the age of 18. But my coach was really, really fond of me getting all my experience as an amateur, making my mistakes, making sure that I learn. And if, I take losses and learn from them as an amateur, it wouldn't affect my market value as much as in the pros. So I stayed a lot longer. At the age of, I believe it was, so I represented, so I began boxing amateur at 16. I represented Canada at the age of 20. 2014 and 2018, I was a Team Canada representative. I got some international experience. I gained winning 3 national titles. So I was Canadian national champion 3 times. You guys celebrate state champions. I was a state champion, but here we call it a provincial champion 7 times. That's what brought me to the national level. And from the national level, I was able to represent Canada for a couple of years. And then in 2018, the last time I represented Team Canada, there's a lot of politics. I'm sure for those of you that are part of the boxing, amateur boxing scene know, and for those that aren't, probably don't know, but it's too long to talk about. But I basically tried for the Olympics a couple of times. I tried in 2016, and then in 2018, I was gonna just finish up on with the Worlds. I was gonna go to the Worlds, and I figure if I, place, top 3 on the podium at the Worlds, it's a very recognized, renowned tournament. It's actually bigger competition than the Olympics for the amount of countries that attend. And I was going to kind of close the chapter on amateur boxing at that point. But what happened was in 2018, after I went to Spain and came back, I was supposed to go to the Worlds, and, Team Canada basically stated that I didn't have enough international experience to attend. And it made no sense to me, because here in Canada, we don't have that much of a financial backing as the USA does sports. So going to the Worlds, I was going to be paying for it myself. It wasn't like Team Canada would be supporting anything. So not only would I be paying for it myself, but they basically told me I didn't meet their criteria for me to attend. So in 2018, not only so they didn't send me, but they didn't send a representative to replace me either. So in the Bantamweight division, there was no Canadian representative. And that, it's shocking, and it is what it is. And that's when I decided to start. I won my state champion again at the end of 2018 and 2019. I began my pro career because I had enough. I tried, I knew that I physically and mentally, I always had so much more of a pro style than an amateur style anyways. I a lot of, pro assets into the ring. Sometimes it would hinder me, with the judges, because they don't like that pro style. They like hands up, tap, tap, tap.
Tap, tap.
So in 2019, I was so ready to just cross over to the pro game, and I've been a professional ever since.
Wow, that's interesting, because I didn't know all that. I didn't know that. That's how things was working over there for you. And it's good that you explained this, because a lot of people don't understand. You of course, you're in another country, and I'm over here, but a lot of people don't understand how things work in different countries. And that was perfectly explained by you, and why and what happened in that period of time, what you did there. You're in the pros now, and you are doing well. You are a champion. But what keeps you focused right now on what you're doing? What keeps you focused as a person and as a champion?
Well, time of essence, correct? Like I turned pro in 2000. I was on an amazing roll. I had 4 fights in that year. And then in 2020, end of January, I had my last fight, and then COVID struck, and it kind of affected myself and the rest of the world for a while. I was fortunate enough that instead of having a 2 to 3, there's athletes that had a 2.5, 3-year layoff from the fight game. I was fortunate enough to fight within 20 months of the lockdown. And I got the ball rolling again, and actually won. I went to New York to have my first fight. Things were a little bit loosened up as to regulations with the mask wearing and having a gathering, an event with, more than 500 people. So I fought DeBella. I'm with co-promoted by DeBella.
And I want to get into that too. Yeah, go ahead.
Ronald Lee Baxter. So Lou DeBella was great to me and got me a gig in New York. So I had my first fight back after the 20-month layoff in November. I went to New York, Long Island, New York, to fight. And then after that in March, I had my Canadian title shot. And that's when I won. And then the ball rolling again, which was great. So going back to your question, what keeps me zoned and focused? It's time of essence. A lot of people would say that I entered the pro game a little late. I was 30 years old. 20, just turning 30. So and then plus the 20-month layoff, the ball's rolling again, and I just want to keep the momentum going. And I want to get in. I want to accomplish, what I have set out to do, which is become a unified bantamweight champion and then an undisputed bantamweight world champion, and get out. I'm 34, so in the next 36 months, I'm giving myself tops to accomplish the rest, and
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
in, get out,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
reap the rewards of my success.
Wow. Yeah. Got a question here from Tony. Tony says, what weight are you?
Bantamweight. So I was I was fluctuating between super bantamweight and bantamweight. When
Right.
it title fight, I would weigh in around 120. 122 would be the
Yeah.
highest that I fought, and work my way back down to bantamweight, and that's where I'm sticking now that I have the world title there. That's where I'm looking to unify and then to collect
Yeah.
all 5 belts bantamweight.
Look, you are the first. You are the first Canadian female champion. I guess that's in your city there. How does that make you feel? Being how does that make you feel?
Not in my city, in my country. So
Country. Well,
it was brought to
okay.
my attention actually by a colleague of mine, and I'm like, no way. And then we just did some, and then I'm like, you know what? You can't trust Google. So I had the IBO inbox because I was emailing them after the fight, and I just reached out to them and I asked. I said, can you please verify if this is true? And
Yeah.
and they did. I have it in writing. So I'm the first female Canadian to win an IBO world title.
Wow, and that's something to be proud of. That's really something to be proud of because I mean, hey, I mean, especially being, a lady, being the first to do that. First is always better than second, right? I guess it is. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So,
I only participate to win first place. I'm not here.
yeah. Jay says, "Look, let me do this. This is something that I owe him. This is just for him. Y'all listen. This Jay York. Here we go, man. This is what you asked for, brother.
You got it locked with D-Hall on the weekend, baby. Ready? Initiate a J York production. J York production.
He was gonna get mad if I didn't do that, so I had to do that. But the question was, Jay says, how's your workout, and how many sets of each you do? Your workout, your mitts, and all that stuff.
So when I'm not I train once a day, and then when I'm dialing into camp, which is usually about 8 to 10 weeks out, I'll do 2 workouts. I do mitts in camp. I do mitts every day.
Yeah.
When I'm in camp, I work out every day, and I'll probably do mitts 3 to 4 times a week. People think I'm nuts when I tell them how much I spar. When I'm in camp, I spar 3 times, minimum 2 times a week. My coach is a strong believer of the only thing to prepare you for fight shape is fighting and sparring. So I'm
Yeah.
blessed. I'm surrounded by world class sparring, and
Wow.
depending on the fight. So this last fight was 10 rounds. So for the first 6 to 8 weeks, I was doing eight 3-minute rounds, and closing in on the last 4 weeks, I would do one day of 8 threes, and the second day I would do 2 minutes. I would do 10 twos. That's what I was fighting. 11 twos, one extra round for good luck.
Yeah.
And sometimes Shark Tank, they were feeding me, fresh bodies every 2 rounds, every round. So I would stay in, and a body that was fresh would come in constantly to just
Man.
ensure that I leveled up to their energy, their pace. It didn't matter what round it was, and that I was consistent with carrying that high level pace throughout the round.
Yeah, you was doing your thing there. I mean, you kept, that's, bringing in the fresh bodies like that, and you constantly going, man. That gives you a rush, doesn't it? It gives you some kind of rush, doesn't it?
It does. It's hard. I have to say, every fight from up to this point, the training, the sparring has been harder than the fight has been, and failure to prepare is preparing for failure. So my coach, my team ensures that I'm very, very well prepared, going into the fight. And whether it's a world title fight or it's just a fight, I train the same way. I train with the same intent. I put forth the same focusness, drive, energy, commitment, dedication, because at the end of the day, it's my life in there, right? It's kill or be killed. And, it's a combative sport that you can get hurt. So
That's right.
I didn't train harder for this last world title fight than
Hmm.
I prior to that. The only thing that was slightly different, I'll be honest, is this fight camp was very, very long and very,
Mm.
very consistent because the fight was delayed a couple times. So I
Right.
started getting ready for December 10th, 2023. I started getting ready in May because the first
Right.
fight date was July. Then it got switched to September,
Jamie. Yeah.
which then
Yeah.
moved to November. November was set in stone, and then my opponent claimed that she broke her hand. My
Right.
promoter requested some X-rays and such, and it was actually bruised. It wasn't broken, so we gave her a week or two just to heal up and recover, and then push the fight another month. So this last fight camp was definitely the longest, most consistent, hard work in the gym ever.
Right.
Probably peaked 2 or 3 times before the fight,
Yeah.
but I was
Uh,
able to delegate
so-
that peak, right? So I would peak, I'd find out the fight was delayed, I'd take 2 or 3 days off, but 2 days off, from being active. But then with sparring, I would take the week off just to give my brain
Yeah.
cells and my brain recovery a break. And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
but I'm still active in the gym the whole time and then
Right.
peak again. So, I mean, it all worked out in my favor. I was very, very ready. I came out on top. I put on a show
Yeah. You
and
did. Yeah. You
very
did.
happy about it.
We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. I want to highlight. I got a question for you. My man Paul Capote. He is the celebrant boxer out of New Jersey there, and he's with the, I don't know if you've heard of celebrant boxing, but it's very big over here on the East Coast of the United States over this way. He has a question for you. He says, "Who's your dream fight?"
You know what? Whoever has the belts that I want. There's three
Yeah.
girls. One girl has two of them. She's from Denmark. Her name's Dina Thorsland. Another one is from UK. Nina Hughes has a WBA belt. And then currently there's another one that resides out of New York. She has the IBF. Her name's Maya Yoshida. I don't have a dream opponent that I'd like to, because whoever I need to face to go collect my hardware and become undisputed, I'm willing to do. Do I have a dream location? Absolutely. I would love to fight in either New York at Madison Square Garden and be the headline main event there, or in Las Vegas at MGM. I have a dream location, and that's that. But dream opponent, no. I would, whatever they tell me is next, and whoever is next, I'll be ready.
And I was just getting ready to get into those three young ladies that you just talked about, but you brought them up already. All of them are champions. So your main goal is right now is to be to get all the belts and be undisputed, and hopefully that would happen. I want to say hello to KT Mack. Thank you for coming in, and Ronnie Hoosley. People just storming in here today. I love it. I love this, man. I love it, man. Yeah, getting back to the three young ladies that you were just talking about, all of them hold titles, so it doesn't matter to you, because you would love to fight them all if it's possible. And I can see that. I can tell with inside of you. I can see that. That's what you want. I watched your fight. Let me touch a little bit on that fight. I watched the fight between you and that. I can't pronounce her name. I don't want to mess her name up, but you know who I'm talking about. Oops! Somebody have. Well, where'd she go? So, look. I want to know where'd she go. Oops! There we go. Hello to you, Travis Archie. She'll be right back. And man, this was getting good. We're going to finish this conversation here in just a moment. Hello to KT. What's happening, brother? Thank you, Travis Archie. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate y'all, man. We was here live with the IBO Bantamweight champion Amanda Galle, and man. And see, this is what I'm talking about. That's what this show is about, because I did my research and I found this young lady. I was like, this young lady right here, we need to bring her, and said everybody can know who she is. You dig what I'm saying? And let me see, make sure I can get her back in here so we can finish this conversation. But yeah, I thank y'all, man. We was getting close, winding it down, getting a little bit close to the end. Hopefully, I can get her in. Yeah. Okay. Look, let me say this to y'all. Me and Jay, we've been mighty quiet, but we've been working on a lot of different things. And I just, I just want to say that I want to thank y'all. And I'm gonna blow my damn horn. That's what I'm getting ready to do. I'm gonna blow my horn just for y'all. How about that? I'm gonna blow that horn one more time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man Paul Capute. Let me see. I gotta get my lady back in here. Let me see what's happening. Y'all hold tight, man. Let me get her back in here. Let me see if I can't squeeze her back in here. She may pop back in. If she pop back in while I'm talking, we'll go from there. But I'm gonna let her know. There we go. She'll be back in just a minute, y'all. But yeah, but I mean, I thank y'all. Me and Jay been working on a lot of different things, and as you can see, we're getting better. We're bringing it. Hopefully, we'll be having phone calls where you'll be able to call us. We'll call live in, and you'll be talking to the guests, asking them questions straight. So we're working on a lot of different things. It's just taking a little time right now for these things to come to the forefront. So, man, I'm just yeah. Hopefully, she'll come back in here. Let me see if I can't reach out to her right quick. Man, that was getting good, man. I don't know about y'all, but it was getting awesome there, man. You know what I'm saying? Hold on just a minute here. Let me see if I can reach back out. Sometimes, things happen and it it's out of control sometimes. I don't know. Here we go. When there's a will, there's a way. You got to keep pressing on, y'all. Thank y'all for coming in and joining us today, man. And we was rocking. I don't know. Maybe she'll come back in here. We still waiting on her. I'm gonna give her maybe I'll give her another 5 minutes or so and see if she's back. If she's coming in or not. But I don't know if she clicked out. But man, that was getting good. I tell you, the IBO Bantamweight champion. That was like 118 pounds. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. Ronnie, we got you, man. It'd probably be early March or late February. You dig what I'm saying? So it'll probably be then. And we'll get you in here, my friend. You hear what I'm saying? So all y'all get ready. We coming back strong. We just taking a little bit longer than what we thought. We doing a lot of different things, and but anyway, we're here, and I want to thank y'all for rocking with us. We're coming back next Sunday again, possibly Thursday. Not sure about that day yet, but it possibly be Thursday too. My man Travis, a lot of people in here today. I want to thank y'all, Tony, Paul, KT Mac, Ronnie Hoosley. Just a host of people that come in here today, and Jackie Bowers. Thank you also. Yep. But anyway, looks like she's left out. I don't know what happened, but anyway, look, I thank y'all. I got to get ready to watch the game. Is Detroit winning? Because let me tell you, if Detroit is winning, Detroit. I know KC go play Buffalo later on this evening. They playing this evening. So look, I want to thank y'all. Maybe we can get her back on again. I don't know exactly what happened. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Oh, here she come. Wait a minute. There she goes. There she go. Let me add her back in. Here we go.
It got hot, I guess. The phone got too hot. Too hot. I'm back.
I like you. When you in the ring, you get hot and you tear them up.
So going back to that last fight, my sincere apologies. Her name was Nicotis Carreno. And she was a Venezuelan fighter.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because I didn't want to pronounce the mess of name up or anything. But my question, I watched that whole fight. You seem like, to me, when that first bell, you was very, very aggressive all the way to the end. Was that the game plan for you to be?
You know what? I wouldn't say, yes, aggressive, but definitely that fight was all about using my ringmanship and going back to giving full credit to my martial arts training and my footwork. We knew that she would come out really, really strong for the first 3 to 4 rounds, and then she would die out. I mean, now you're going to take that kind of advice from somebody as a grain of salt, because that means if you're listening, you'd only prepare for 4 to 6 rounds. No.
Right.
I prepared to go all 10 at the same capacity and level that I did at round 1. I knew she would throw overhand rights and left hooks. We watched a lot of footage.
Yeah.
My coach did. I'm not one to watch footage of the opposition. I watch it closer to the end of the camp, just because sometimes I watch and I get a little bit overconfident, and then other
Right.
times I get too nervous. Like, there's no happy medium. So my
Right.
coach does the studying and he just gives me the game plan, and my duty is to execute and follow that game plan all fight camp, right? So
Right.
when I was sparring, it wasn't about
Ooh, my phone must have got hot again. Ooh, ooh. The phone must have got hot again. Oh wow. It must got a little bit too hot, but yeah, it was good. I watched her fight when she won the IBO Bantamweight championship belt there on YouTube, and I mean, she was she's tough. I'm telling you. I mean, I know the first 6 rounds she was on that Venezuelan lady. I'm telling you. I mean, she was on her and stayed on her until the final bell. But she, she was, from what I could see, I liked the aggressive style. Then she, mixed it up with a little bit of boxing in that, and I watched her, and I must say, very, very impressive. I must say, as a female professional fighter, you dig. But yeah, look, yeah, maybe she'll come back. I don't know if she said the phone was hot. It must have got even hotter when she got talking about whooping that girl and winning that IBO championship. You dig what I'm saying? I mean, that's for sure. Yeah, she's back. She was back, Jay. Yep, this thing is hot, man. We're smoking today. I want to thank y'all. Before I go, hopefully she'll come back once again. I want to say this. I want to say this to everybody. You know, when we are here, we want everybody to be able to, when we offer you a spot or when you ask me to come on and I give you plenty time to do that, make sure, because we're going to start doing deadlines, because we run into some issues where some people want to take their time on what they're doing. We have a show that we're running here. We have a program that we are running, and we have so much time to get you in and get everything set up for you. And we're now going to start implementing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We're going to put deadlines on, because it's like everybody want to be a little lazy coming onto the show. Look, I mean, it's a free show. I mean, come on now. We asked you to do 1 or 2 things, and it shouldn't take no 2 weeks to do it. You think what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hello to you, DMC Cam. Where you been at, man? I hadn't seen you in a long time, brother. We was up here talking to the IBO Bantamweight champion, Amanda Galle. Galle. I think I said that right. Yeah. Oh, from Canada. Man, where you been, brother? Hector Rico. What's up, man? Shout out to Hector Rico. My man, Burgers boxing trainer. Man, been on the program too. Outstanding guy, man. Been busy. He said, my man said he's been busy. I know you have, brother. Good to see you. Always good to see you, man. Thank you for coming on and being a part of what we're doing here. I guess Amanda's phone got hot again. And she got talking about that chick she was beating up. I'm gonna toot my horn on that one. She was whooping. Yeah, she was whooping. I can say it. She was whooping that girl's. You know what I'm talking about. She was whooping that girl. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But good to see y'all, man. No doubt, man. Hopefully she'll come back in. If not, we're gonna see you next Sunday. Hopefully here she come right now. We're gonna get her right back in here.
Sorry, guys. Are we out of time or we're okay still?
We're still good. You were still good. We got you. You here in good hands.
So like I said, so overhand right, her left hook was strong, and I just knew to keep my left hand up high. And then when I was in there, I understood, because she was waiting for me to be the aggressor, attack, but stay there. And as soon as I was done, she was going to capitalize on her right hand left hook. And I knew that when I was in there, you know, with the experience that I have, I was able to just adapt. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take that right hand away from her and I'm going to move to the right. And I started hitting and then moving to the right. And she couldn't keep the pace. She couldn't keep throwing the punches. And then she couldn't keep following me to close the distance to hit. And it, you know, it came to the point where I started to frustrate her because at round 7, 8, 9, and 10, she started to invite me in. And she wanted me to, you know, stay in the pocket and brawl. And I love doing that. So I had to remain very, very disciplined and on the game plan, throw my shots and get out again. I mean, if it was up to me, I'm a crowd pleaser, but I love to stay inside the pocket and fight. And I really needed to ensure that I stuck to the game plan, do what I needed to do to win, and hit and get out.
Let me ask you this, man, and we'll be out here in about another 8 to 10 minutes. When you had her, you was fighting her and doing your thing inside of the ring. Could you tell that she was weakening in any way? Period. Could you tell that she was slowing down?
I'm not going to say that I could tell that she was weakening, but what I could tell that I did is become very, very confident, and in round 5 and 6, and then I just started to have fun. Okay. And I wasn't in her head. I could definitely see that she couldn't maintain the pace. But what happened to me after round 4 is I knew I secured the deal and had the win. And I began to have fun.
Yeah. Okay. DMC Ken, he is on as the brother of James Lights Out Tony, 6-time world champion. He says, who is next for you?
We're actually in talks with my promotional team as to what the, not even the best avenue, but what avenue is the most possible to make happen quick, right? So we're in talks about that. I can't say because I don't like telling tales. Not 100% sure. We're in talks. I should be back in the ring for May. Now, whether it.
But she get to talk about when she get in the ring and all hell breaks loose. That's for sure. All hell breaks loose. Man, we'll give her. We got about 5 more minutes with her, and I'm gonna cut her loose because I know that phone is freaking daggone smoking, baby. That's for sure. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, glad to have her on. You know, IBO Bantamweight champion of the world. Yeah, Canada, Amanda Galle. Oh, man, awesome. Great show. Good question, D. Good questions. And who's next for you? That was a great question. And for sure, man, no doubt. What she said? What she got? An Obama phone? Boy, you better cut that mess. Oh man, I don't know what it is. I think that phone is a little hot there today, man. Yeah. Thank Tony Burgers. Thank you, man. All right, that damn DMC. I'm gonna blow my damn horn again. Boy, you something else. Boy, you better stay busy. You better stay busy. You know that way. You better stay busy. All right. Oh man. All right. I'm gonna give her a couple more minutes. Maybe she'll come back, and then we're gonna close the show out. Well, hopefully we'll see y'all Thursday. If not Thursday, we're definitely gonna be back Sunday. Another fighter we bringing on. He's been on before, but he's been doing a lot of great things. And I think the next step for him is to be on ESPN for sure. And yeah, and he sparred Gervonta Davis. Yeah, we'll. I'm you know, I ain't gonna say no more. Jay York's in the house. Jay York, that's my man. This is what, you know. This is what we do right here. We have fun today. And you know what? This is what I want to say to y'all. Once I can Yeah, this is what I want to say to y'all, man. Thank y'all so much, man. And make sure, and I'm gonna say this too. Make sure whatever when we give y'all, give you a chance to come on this program. When you make sure you get yourself together, and let's do this thing right. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this thing right. You dig? Uh, oh, DMC says I hear Boots and Crawford signed to. Oh yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that too, D. I heard that too. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I heard that too. I just read something about it the other day. But hopefully, it's on and popping. We'll have to see. You know what I'm saying? So much is going on. It's beginning of 2024. This year, 2024, Amazon Prime. What are they going to do? PBC. They haven't even got no fights yet started yet. Here it is in the middle of January, and soon to be the end. What's going on with that? I think we all need to go there and get with Eddie Hearn, and Eddie Hearn is putting on everything. I'll go over there where that guy is over there in Saudi Arabia. What's that guy name? What's his name? Turkey. He's got the money. You dig what I'm saying? He's got the money. Top rank is for sale. I didn't know that. Holy. Yeah, Top rank is for sale. Come on now. I didn't know that. Wow. I didn't know Top Rank was for sale, man. Who's going to buy it? Who's going to buy Top Rank? Is it going to be Leonard Ellaby? Mayweather Productions. Dana White wants it. Oh, Dana White wants it? You got to be kidding. Me. Dana White gonna mess that whole thing up. Don't let him get it. Let Eddie Hearn, somebody like that, get it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know if Eddie Hearn got that kind of money, but I don't know. Who knows? All right, y'all. Look, I'm getting ready to get the heck out of here. I'm getting ready to get the heck out of here. I enjoyed myself today with you. It's been good. It's been good. It's been a great day. We had a great show today. Hopefully I get her back on. I want to shout my man out, Jay York, again.
You are in the mix with D Hall and the People's Show. This is a Jay York production.
Jay York, there you have it, man. That's what you wanted, brother. You got it. That's going to cost you, though. All right, here we go. We're gonna wind this thing down.
We're probably running out of time. But what I do want to say and make to conclude this, just in case this phone glitches again.
Right.
I always get this question of what barriers or adversity I'm facing in the sport of boxing, being a female, and I haven't had the opportunity to answer that question, but I really want to say it here because
Go ahead.
I believe that I'm not facing barriers at all. I actually believe that I'm surpassing barriers.
Right.
And December 10th, becoming the first Canadian to ever win that international boxing organization world title. It is something that will go down in history, and it's basically the first of many for me. World titles. I'm on my way. Whether it's to unify next, and then eventually become undisputed champion. But I'm breaking barriers. I'm facing adversity and overcoming it. I sold, December 10th. I headlined a show in Toronto. And I was the main event. For a female to be on a main event in Toronto in Canada, it's very, very rare.
Yeah.
So I did that. I sold out the place. I'm my promoters out of male or female. I'm his only female at the moment, but even in competition with the males that are part of our promotional roster, I'm the highest ticket seller that he's ever had.
Wow.
I became, like I said, I headlined and main evented the card December 10th. So barriers, adversity, I'm not facing them. I'm surpassing them. And I look to do it again. My goal here is to do it outside of Canada. So when you say my name here in Canada, Amanda Galle, it's very known. And
Right.
the one thing that I'm having a little bit of trouble with has been a little bit of a challenge is exposure. And that's why I'm very grateful and honored to be a part of this show here today. Thank you, Jay York and Donnie Hall. And I hope that this gets me some exposure internationally, you know, and let's start something like next door, like the USA. You know, I want my name to be said and you know,
Well, you know, I just before you,
women's boxing goes hand in hand with my name. And I believe that, like Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano and the rest of the women that, you know, the small few percentage that are making, you know, a lot of money, I have the exact same skill set.
Yep.
And I believe I belong at the top just the same as they do. So I hope to get a little more exposure and recognition internationally.
Yeah,
That's the only hardship I'm facing at the moment.
And you know what? I said that right before you come on. I said, you know what? I was telling the people that's in here now. I said, you know what? She needs that. You know, she needs that exposure. And I like what I saw, and I wanted. That's why I asked you to come on, because I wanted you to get you over here, because there's a lot of people over here. I mean, the states are looking at you right now. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of. There was a young lady we had on, me and Jay. We met, and she went on to fight on Denaza. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that has helped people by being on this program, because you don't never know who's watching. I mean, it's promoters. Sometimes promoters just sit back, watch it. A lot of different things. A lot of things. And I know you got promotion coming, but I'm just saying other people are watching, trainers and everybody. Yeah, you know, you just don't never know. And we even music. We do a lot of artists and a lot of different people, but boxing is one of our main things that we do here. Look at it. There's my guy, arm wrestling champion Stephen Williams is on here. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. People from all over. You know, that guy, I had him on too. So there's a lot of people that comes up here and on this program, and we think, look, I know your phone might get hot. Any question for me?
No, I thank you guys so much for having me on this show. And if there's anybody watching that's interested in helping with some public relations, you know, I love residing in Canada. I love being a Canadian female fighter. I do, however, envy those that come from the States, just because boxing, you know, the fight mecca, you know, of boxing is New York and the States. They love sports, and there's fans, and there's people that are really, really inclined into combative sports, and female boxing being one of them. And I just wish to bring that same kind of level of interest here in Canada. And, you know, I won this IBO world title, and I haven't gotten really any, you know, attention or interest from, you know, any one of that, you know, higher power, and it sucks.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm gonna keep trying, because with exposure comes more interest and comes money, right?
That's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And you know what? You definitely packed this podcast today. You have put it. I mean, this thing is blowing up. I mean, people are coming here, and they're coming from all over our states, all over, out of different states. That's been on here, and more people. You have really, Jay said, you have really packed this podcast, and you have done a fantastic job over here in America today. I'm surprised the BWTV boxing isn't on here. Stephen Covell, he's out of the UK, and I'm surprised he's not up here today. But there's you packed it in today. And we appreciate that. Let me ask you this before you go. What does the D Hall People Show and the J York Productions mean to you?
It's definitely I'm honored. And it's something that's going to add to. It's beneficial to me. You know, I'm right now a part of a huge audience that's in the boxing scene, and hopefully this is going to be, you know, connectivity to, you know, maybe future fights. Maybe, you know, future more podcasts if anyone would like to have me.
There's some podcasters up here. There's some guys up here.
Just giving, you know, Donnie Hall, J Productions, you guys having me here today, it gave the audience a chance to get to know a little bit more about me. And I'm sure they'll, you know, if you guys have more interest, I'm available to come back on whenever. And like I said, thank you for sharing or help me share my story.
Oh yeah, we want you back on in 2024. There's no doubt about it. Because I spotted you. I said, I want to get her on because you got a story to tell. I'm surprised Peter McNeely isn't up here. He fought Mike Tyson back in 1986. He usually be up here. So there's a lot of people that I know. There's some people up here now, and there's some people that I don't see. But let me say this to you: you're gonna get where you're gonna go because you want to get there, and God's gonna be with you. I tell you what. How can the people follow you?
So my Facebook is Amanda Galle. I have a fan page as well as a personal page there. And then for Instagram, it's at Galle Amanda, Galle Amanda, at Galle Amanda. All the followers, all the more followers will be so super beneficial to me. So give me a follow, and you can get to know more about me through my reels and posts. And there's a lot on YouTube. Most of my fights and a lot of my interviews are on YouTube. So just hit Amanda Galle Boxing on YouTube, and I'm there as well. And for any of those people that take interest and want to get to know more about me, don't hesitate to reach out and message me, and I'll make sure that I'm free to do so.
Yep. DMC he said, how can he? You just said it. How can you follow her? She just put it out there for you. He's a good guy. DMK, what are you, the president of that USBF or something like that? If I'm not mistaken, he is the president of that, or vice president one of that USBF Boxing Association. But look, good talking to you, Amanda. Look, we'll welcome you back on. This year we look to have you back on once again, and we thank you for coming on and being a part of the D Hall People Show in conjunction with my man Jay York. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
All right now. Wow, that was great. I'd like to welcome Crystal Richardson. Thank you for stopping in. Man, that was great. That was a great show. I mean, we had a wonderful show with her. She did a fantastic. I'm sorry, DMC. Please forgive me. I knew it was one of them. You know what I'm saying? Lights Out Boxing. Yeah. I knew it was one of them. That was fantastic. Y'all go follow her. And then, we're coming back next Sunday and possibly Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and next week at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I thank y'all for being a part of the show. And, look, we're working hard. We're doing a lot of different things, me and Jay. And as you can see, we're incorporating a lot of different things. So, hey, look, thank y'all so much, man. We'll see y'all maybe Thursday. You dig? Maybe Thursday at 8. We'll see. We'll post it up. But definitely Sunday, though. Sure. Thank y'all so much, man, for coming in. From me to you. Y'all take care, man. We'll see you soon.
You are in the mix with D Hall and the People's Show.
Coming to us out of studio today in beautiful Raleigh, North Carolina. He stands next to his world-famous producer, Jay. He is the #1 undisputed top talk show host on the air today. The voice of the people show. Ladies and gentlemen, here is D Hall.
J York Production.